Auntie, this is not tourist center. This is Kuju family house.
Something about the way she moves, I can't explain it.
Coming up, a review of the box office in 2020.
My name is Akintunde Damilare, a box office analyst based in Lagos, Nigeria. So if I were to examine the box office for the year 2020 here in Nigeria, we could easily divide movies that were released here at the box office into two parts. We can call them the pre-lockdown titles and the post-lockdown titles. So for the pre-lockdown titles, we had Bad Boys 3, we had Mama Drama, we had Who's the Boss, we had My Spy, and we also had Vin Diesel's Bloodshot, in which these films were released before the lockdown was initiated.
Okay, let me explain.
What is normal about another man sleeping with you?
5 million.
Bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come in?
Hey, no, never. Y'all will never do that again.
Yeah, and you fucking up the lyrics.
So as at this period, the cinemas were still doing fine with a weekend cum that was hovering much more than 75 million naira during its 7-day period. After the federal government issued a nationwide shutdown, and then cinemas were asked or were given the green light to open back up again, we had movies that were coming back to screen for ticket buyers. And not but mention Omegato De Saga, that has smashed all box office records when it was released December 25th. So the film opened 124 million naira in its first 3 days to smash the previous record set by The Wedding Party 2, which was around 75 million naira.
I appreciate the fact that you're finally falling in love with someone, so you're getting serious. Now me and Stone eternity.
I swear, I can't wait to be the one providing for you.
Lefty Stone 2022.
Lefty, I can't just leave my boys like that now.
Our boys are not any problem.
We also released Post-Lockdown, where Introducing the Kujus, directed by Biodun Stephen, Finding Hobby, directed by Femi Ogunsowo, Rattlesnake, which was directed by Ramsey Noah, Kwam's Money, which was directed by Kaide Kasum.
500. Final offer. Do we have a deal?
My guy, you were scammed.
Once you get it, man.
Ethnic sci-fi action was also released post-lockdown, directed by Dimeji Ajibola, as well as The Soldier Story 2, directed by Frankie Oga. So these titles were released post-lockdown.
Take our chances.
Projections for 2021, of course, we have to state that the box office numbers has rebound with Funke Akindele's Bello Armageddon Saga, which was released December 25th and smashing the all-time record of the highest opening weekend movie that was screened at the box office here, because it opened 124 million naira in 3 days, smashing the previous record set by The Wedding Party 2, directed by Nei Akimolayan, with an opening weekend of more than 75 million naira. So for projections, we could clearly see that the box office has rebounded, and hopefully we get to see more Nollywood movies as well as foreign titles coming to the big screens to, you know, generate more numbers, and movie tickets and movie buyers would come back to come and watch films.
Why would it be different?
I say it will be different because I have a plan.
Money bag! Money stop nonsense! Fatuma is here!
Are you okay? Why did you fall?
Then also interesting to note is also the streaming wars that is going on internationally, that has seen huge titles that were normally released to the 90-day theatrical window, but now that has cancelled because movie studios are now opting for streaming release as opposed to going to the big screens. But then again, we have an interesting situation with HBO Max and Warner Bros. In which they are doing a same-day theatrical debut. So for instance now, Wonder Woman 1984, which was released back here in cinemas December 16th, actually was released internationally or in places where we had HBO Max app on December 25th. And so what they did there was that they went to the cinemas and also it hit the HBO Max application on the same day, which normally it doesn't happen, because what we have is that the films will go to the cinemas first for 90 days before it is then being redistributed to other platforms. But here we're seeing that streaming platforms are now giving much more priority on the level of theatrical exhibition. So in terms of Nollywood movies as well, we also see new filmmakers and other established filmmakers coming to the box office, and hopefully we can see moviegoers returning to see such movies for projections. So yes, Nollywood movies definitely has come to stay, and they're already fighting for their cut of the market by going to the box office with much more films, and hopefully moviegoers will definitely buy local films much more than international films. So in terms of the movies that stood out at the box office, of course we have to give a mention to the 5 films that actually did well for their revenue numbers. This means that moviegoers actually loved the premise and the cinematography of the film. Number 1, of course, was Kwam's Money, which was directed by Kaide Kasum.
Come off it, you stupid, scandalous prostitute. You are going to listen to me now. You will transfer that money back to my account with immediate effect.
Notorious fraudsters. They're said to be led by a tall, beautiful woman.
And then we also have Rattlesnake, the Harana story, which was a reboot of the Amaka Igwe story, and it was done from the banner of Play Network Studios and directed by Ramsey Noah.
The world is a brutal place to live. The leaders use the common man for their selfish gain. How do you even sleep at night, mother? The politics of this world. The rich gets richer.
Then of course we had Omegato De Saga, which was co-directed by Funke Akindele Bello and her husband JJC Skills.
Tell them they're feature wrong, but they're not fee high though.
They don't want to want me for year. What did they happen for year now? Most of you will face the wrath of the law.
Eba! Mogabo they find me. Which of the Mogabo? Ijai! Woman to woman, physical to physical. Martin no yet.
And then of course the other double-digit opener was Fate of Balakara, which was also directed by Kaide Kasum, and it actually opened October 1st with a double-digit opener.
Cannabis shouldn't be a problem, right?
You don't look it, man. You don't look like someone that do cannabis.
Cannabis, not cannabis.
I swear on Cass, like make Cass die if I don't plan your event.
Shoot that up with the bow tie. Two don't blow, make a no lie. Drop your own if I no try. Pay you, I know.
So other notable mentions for films that stood out was also Finding Obi, which was an adaptation of Damilare via blog series, and it was directed by Femi Ogunsowo.
Yes, Varsity, I'll join the singles committee.
Great.
Oyilola Clegg gets married.
Mommy, you like Kini Intenso now. Is it my fault I'm still single?
Whose fault is it?
And then also in terms of action and sci-fi with special VFX, this was Ratnik, directed by Dimeji Ajibola. So generally, Nollywood films that were released post-lockdown and pre-lockdown were very, very quality films which had high cinematography, and their story and their premise was a little bit in tune with what moviegoers loved.